What's up, guys? So I'm outside my tennis building at college, and I'm gonna make a very quick video on basically motivation. Now, this might not resonate immediately with a lot of people because a lot of people do, in fact, sort of just go about their day-to-day routine, not really motivated or enjoying stuff, and it's a subjective question whether they should or shouldn't, because sometimes you gotta pay the bills, and let's say you're living in a communist country where options aren't available. But this is really to touch on not just getting a job, but just like motivation in your day-to-day life. Say if you're a student or you're still an adolescent, then this is just about motivation in little things you can do every day. So this video was pretty much inspired by the whole idea that when I woke up this morning, like many mornings this semester, it was very tough. Like, it was aggravatingly tiring, and it was because I pretty much went to sleep around 2 a.m. and it was the most horrendous, like, sort of obstacle to actually wake up, overcome that sleep, and just get up out of bed and go to my first class with less than, I would say, 8 hours of sleep, which you wouldn't think is that bad, but for me it's really tough, and it felt like hell in certain ways. Now, the thing is, with something like that, I looked back and I thought, why has it always been so tough every morning? Because I realized that after a few hours after I woke up, I was fine, and I was so alert that I couldn't even fall back to sleep if I wanted to. Now, I wouldn't even classify that as alert, but just once you get awake, it's very hard to not be awake anymore. Like now, like if I were to go sleep now, I probably would have a hard time. But a couple hours ago, it was the toughest thing ever. So what's the moral of the story? Basically, long story short, I'm going to try and keep this very short video because I gotta get to class in a couple minutes. The idea is that look for what motivates you to get up. Now, the reason I found was that it was very tough motivating myself to go to the first class of the day, which was bioinformatics. Don't get me wrong, it's a very interesting class in some aspects, but certain areas of it can get very dull and boring. Now, remember, there's certain times in the past where I just jumped out of bed. I remember there's this one summer I was about to go to summer vacation to a beach, and we were driving there, and my sleep schedule was completely screwed up. So typically I would stay up way late into the night anyways. The night before, I ended up staying up the entire night, and then for the next day I was not tired a single bit, and I was living off zero sleep. And then there are other people who were similar age to me who were going to this vacation, and they ended up snoozing through the whole day because of one reason or other. But for me, I was just so excited and motivated, and I loved it so much. Now, sometimes it's really hard to find these things, but when you have that choice, you usually want to go for it because it's going to keep you energized. It's going to make you want to get up in the morning, and it's going to bypass a lot of the obstacles you have when you're not motivated about something. So that's all I gotta say. I gotta get to class. As always, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe. Peace.